some Turkish coffee. I used to make Turkish coffee all the time with my friends when we would go camping, when we would just need a little jolt of energy. And my wife just got this in the mail as a little gift. So we're going to try and make some. I've never seen ingredients, and there's actually ground coffee inside the coffee. Kind of interesting. Also, the preparation, it says, is a little hard to understand. It's saying 8 to 9 spoonfuls of coffee for 350 milliliters of water. I'm going to kind of disregard this. Well, and we haven't even opened this yet, so we don't really know if it's even Turkish coffee. So we're going to open it up, assuming that it's Turkish coffee, and we're going to go from there. One kind of like tidbit here. We've never made Turkish coffee on this stove. This is what they call an induction oven. So this can be on all the way. I can put my hand on here and it's not going to actually do anything. It only will heat pans that are conductive. So, or I should say magnetic. So I have to use a cast iron pan. We put some water in it and we're going to try to boil that water to boil the water in here. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to first open this up to verify what we're doing is even going to work. I think it is. It feels like Turkish coffee and all that stuff. So let me do this. Open it up. And we will start by adding a few spoonfuls of coffee. All right, this looks about right. Yeah, it's very, very fine. So, and it looks weird. I don't know if you can get in there at all, okay, but it looks different than normal ground coffee for sure. Do you see in there? It's kind of like brownish. It doesn't. It smells different too. So we're gonna make this and see what happens. Yeah. Let me get some water. If anybody has any questions or comments or anything like that while I'm making this, go ahead and put them in the comments section and I will try to answer them as they come in. Kaylin is behind the camera so she can let me know when questions come in. All right, so I'm just going to kind of add coffee until I feel like this is right. I used to make Turkish coffee all the time, so let's see if I still got it. Yeah, that feels about right. Turkish coffee is pretty interesting. You basically, just boil coffee in a little e-brick. This is called an e-brick. And then you wait for the grinds to kind of go to the bottom. And then you just drink the coffee with the grinds in it. You just don't drink the bottom. Once you get to the bottom, you're going to get this black grossness all over your mouth, and it's not great. So let's go ahead and get this started. It's probably going to get crazy steamy in here once this starts boiling. This will be an interesting method to do this.
Does this have sugar already in it?
It doesn't say that it has sugar in it, but it says it has chocolate. So I don't know if that means...
It does say sugar to taste.
It does say to add sugar to taste. Turkish coffee is supposed to be very, very strong and also sweet. So that's how it's traditionally made, but you could drink it however you like it. I generally don't like to sweeten it. The coffee, if you have good coffee, it kind of has a natural sweetness to it because you have all of the, contents of the beans in there. So it's a little bit sweeter naturally.
Hello, Richter. Hello, Joe.
Hi, Joe. Hi. Is it Linda? Linda Richter?
It says Richter Stritcher.
Oh, I don't know. I think that's Linda, but it might not be Linda. Thanks for jumping on. I am currently making Turkish coffee. We got the water boiling inside here. So we're going to see if this translates. It seems like it's going to translate, so we're going to find out. Now,
It is Linda.
This is getting a little steamy. A little overboard here. I think this is going to work out actually really nice. In Turkey, they actually do this in sand. So they have kind of like a big pan like this, kind of like what we're doing. But instead of using water, they actually put like a ton of sand in there, and then the sand actually boils this. And a lot of times they boil it a couple of times. Okay, and I don't know if it's too steamy or not, but you can kind of see how this is naturally falling. So you don't mix the coffee in there. You kind of let it naturally fall into the water. Just from like the boiling, it'll kind of like suck it in.
Kaleido roaster? Joe said that maybe he should send you a Kaleido roaster.
A Kaleido roaster.
Linda says that she hasn't tried Turkish coffee yet.
It's pretty interesting, Linda. It's sort of espresso like. It's very strong like espresso. It's actually less intense though, I've found. Which is weird because you're putting grinds right into the coffee and you're not like filtering it out. But for whatever reason, it ends up being a little bit less intense.
She's asking what kind of coffee that you're using.
So right now we're using this actual Turkish coffee from Turkey. It actually has chocolate. I don't know if that means it has cocoa or if it has actual chocolate in there. But here, let me see if I can. Yeah, I guess you could see it on there too. But
Where'd you get it from?
we got this as a gift. We got this Turkish coffee as a gift. We're gonna see if it does a good job or not. You can make Turkish coffee at home very easy though. So if you have a good grinder, which Linda, I know you have a good grinder, you can just set your grind setting to even finer than espresso. So Turkish coffee is like basically as fine as you can make it. Basically, it's almost like powder sugar. That's how fine it is. So this is getting pretty close to the boiling point here. You can tell because it's starting to suck it all in there.
What about that donut shape we're going to be expecting?
Yeah, it sort of donuts around the coffee, and it sucks it in. I think that's why Turkish coffee is kind of sweet, is because there's levels to the extraction. So like the bottom grinds are more extracted than the top grinds, and I think that's what's going on, but who knows?
Jill wants to know when we're going to do the hot sand method.
The hot sand method would be really cool. I don't have sand though, but actually, if you have an induction oven, I think it would work pretty well. You might just, it would be cool. We could do it one day, yeah. I just don't have sand. Someone's got to provide me with sand. Kaylin, my wife, does not like sand, so she wants to do it, it seems like, on the back of the camera there.
Linda said it kind of reminds her of siphon coffee.
Yeah, so I was going to say it's sort of like a mocha pot in a way, but you just it doesn't get filtered through, so it's kind of its own thing. It's sort of like as if a mocha pot met what are those, the French press. It's sort of like a mixture of that because, like I said, the grinds stay in the coffee, and it's not even filtered, so it's a very interesting method of making coffee. We'll see if this boils. I think we're getting pretty close here.
Need more water in there?
I might need more water. We probably should have started with more water. Downside is that's going to cool everything down. It's all right though. I can just ramp this up.
We're doing our best.
There you go. That's good. Whoop. All right. Luckily though, we should have started about this level at the beginning. Luckily this method, yeah, see, it's already, there we go. Oh boy. It's gonna happen here. This induction ovens heat stuff rapidly quick. I mean, this, as you can see, we just put cold water in there and you could already see some water boiling around and stuff. So it's It'll get going pretty quick. Look at it moving by itself. That's weird.
Let it fall.
I'm not gonna let it fall. It's not that aggressive. All right, I think this is gonna be the ticket here. Ooh, this is aggressive. This is an aggressive boil here.
Does the handle get hot?
By the way, Joe, I don't know if that's Joe from Espresso Outlet or not, but if you have a roaster, I'm definitely interested in. I have a Be-More roaster that I used to use all the time. I haven't used it in a long time just because, you know, I get coffee sent to me a lot of times for review and things like that. But I do like roasting coffee. It's actually kind of fun.
Yes, it is that, Joe.
Nice. Thank you for jumping on. By the way, I just reviewed the DF83. Just did that video right before we jumped on this live stream. So that'll be posted very soon. I like it a lot, by the way. The DF83 knocked it out of the park. You should tell them, though. I know you probably have better contacts to the people over at Turin. Tell them to make a grind-by-weight grinder out of the DF64, the DF83. I will gladly tell everybody to purchase that machine because I love grind-by-weight grinders, and I love the DF63 and 83, but I also like a grind-by-weight grinder, so if I could have it all in one, I would love it.
Ask Joe where he's importing the Kaleido roaster from.
What?
Ask Joe where he's importing the Kaleido roaster from.
Where, I don't know if you heard that, Joe, but we're asking where you're importing the Kaleido roaster from. I've never even heard of that. I feel like maybe I have, but I don't really know it.
I might be saying.
I don't know if it's going to work. I hope it does, but I don't know if this is going to work. It's taking longer than I was expecting it to take.
Oh, he's going to be the exclusive USA distributor.
Oh, wow, that's cool. Yeah, I'm highly interested.
Getting them from the manufacturer.
Wow. How many, can I ask how many pounds or ounces of coffee it can roast at a time? Also, we might need to just fire this with the flamethrower.
We can do that.
Because it's like it's stalling here. I don't know. I really thought that the transfer of heat would have happened pretty well, but it's not wanting to. It's not wanting
Four
to.
sizes: 200 grams, 1,000 to 1,200 grams.
1,002. That would be what? Is that one? That's not a kilo, is it? I don't know. I don't know the transfer there.
Are you?
I think, okay, so I'll hold it, you fire it. So this is we're doing an audible here, folks, because I don't think this method of using water is going to work, so go ahead. There we go. Okay.
You can probably do it from below.
Yeah, there you go. This is hilarious. Okay, woo! Okay, let me do one more little. All right, so I think that's about it. You normally just do a couple of boils real quick, so that should be good. It took a lot longer than I was expecting, and it's mostly just because we didn't have the right setup for it. So let's take a look. I don't know, Kay, if you can get in there, show what it looks like. It's a little sludgy. So here's the pour. You ready? The pour is even sludgier. Although this is This is definitely like a different thing than I'm used to in terms of the Turkish coffee. Normally, it's if you do your grinds yourself and you do like super fine grinds, it's even sludgier than this, believe it or not. And these are actually, I think, from Turkey or Jordan, maybe. I don't know.
From Jordan.
Yeah, but they're for Turkish coffee. These are Turkish coffee cups. All right, I'm gonna take a sip. It does smell good. It does smell chocolatey a little bit.
1 kilo on the large one.
1
This
kilo.
is similar to the fresh roast process. That's what I have.
The fresh roast process. Oh yeah, it kind of is naturally. It must be real, like actual chocolate, because it's definitely a little sweet. Interesting stuff that comes from other countries. Who would have thought that they would sell coffee with chocolate built into the grounds?
I like it.
It's not bad. It's a lot weaker than I'm used to. Normally, when we have Turkish coffee, it is like, pow!
But we do have 3 other bags that we can try.
Oh, for sure, yeah. We got a bunch of different coffees in from
These
Turkey.
feel like they're
More serious. So what do these translate? So we even have more Turkish coffee here. So what was the translation here? It was like
one of them is very dark.
I thought it just very roasted. Didn't it translate to very
The
roasted?
pink one is very roasted.
What is this?
I think that one was the lightest one, and that one, the green, was like medium.
Okay. Yeah, so maybe we'll do that at a later time and have a fun little video, but
We might have to still use the flamethrower to do it.
yeah, I think we will, which is kind of goofy. But it ended up working, but it's that thing got that thing boiling quick.
Yeah.
Probably could have just used that at the beginning. But, well, so I've proved 2 things. Don't use copper, and don't even attempt to try to boil something in a pan that doesn't work for induction, because it really doesn't work. There's probably better methods out there, but the water method does not work very well. Maybe if you wanted to like slowly heat something, like if you wanted to make chocolate or something, but anyways, like melt it. But that did not work. So, but we got it to work with a little audible, so it was fun. Anyways, are there any other questions before we close out? Hope everybody has a nice Saturday, and if you watch football like I do, you have a good football Sunday, Super Bowl. Go whoever is going for. I don't even know who's in it. But who doesn't like watching the Super Bowl? We got fun commercials, and Rihanna's playing.
Linda wants to know if you have a roaster, Joe.
I do have a roaster, Linda. I use a B-more, I think it's a 1900 plus. I was using it, I got it actually as a wedding gift. Almost 7 years now, I think, right? Six years. Yeah, 6 years ago. It's just crazy. Time flies.
How was the Terra Cafe thing?
The Terra Cafe thing was really, really fun. I don't know, is that Linda that's asking?
No, it's just E.
E, nice. The Terra Cafe thing was very, very fun. I'm sure you saw the video. If you didn't already, definitely click on it, check it out. I got to use the Terra Cafe TKO2 pre-production. Obviously, they're not shipping them yet, but it was a really, really cool machine. A couple of things just to note about the TKO2 is it grinds by weight. It's the only super automatic that I know that grinds by weight, which is really cool. And it adjusts the grind size electronically, so you don't actually adjust it by hand, and it does drip coffee, which is pretty cool. So it actually does like a slow drip of water over the coffee grinds, and it adjusts the coffee grinds to be a lot coarser, and it makes a traditional drip cup of coffee in a super automatic espresso machine. I think it's pretty cool.
Linda was saying, oh, so yours is more like an oven and hers is an air heat process.
Mine's basically like a toaster oven with like it spins like a
Cage.
Yeah, like a little cage of coffee. You can technically do a pound of coffee in the B-more, but probably like 3/4 of a pound is what you want to do because it takes a little too long to heat up. But yeah.
No one is asking, but I would like you to tell the crowd how many times we've lit the B-more on fire.
The B-more has got lit on fire at least twice, probably 3 times.
I'd say it was closer to 6.
I don't think I ever lit it 6 times. I feel like that's maybe. I don't know. The thing is, the B-more did a good job of not actually catching flames inside of it. It would just over roast and basically be on fire.
Which is why Linda says that's why she went to the air method.
The air method is a lot safer, but I don't know. I guess it was just I couldn't find a good method. So what, Linda? What do you use? What air method do you use? Do you use like a popcorn popper, air popper, or do you actually have like a legit?
Yeah, she says that hers is like an air popper.
Oh, cool! But it's an actual. Oh, I think I've seen one specifically for coffee before. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, all right. Well, let's close it out. Thanks everybody for jumping on the live stream. A little failure, a little audible. We got it to happen. We recovered. But thanks for jumping on. Thanks for commenting. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks.